Okay, so now we're going to do the final trimming and save a final candidate and include the stops. So File, I'm going to open up the last project. All right, going to view my mixer board, turn everybody on by turning that off. I don't need this anymore. That's my click track, right? Yep, don't need that anymore. Or is it? Yep, there's my click track. I go to the beginning. Here's my beginning. Now, let's get to the end. This is where everything is happening. So here's the end of my clip, my track. Right? So, what I want to do, as I said before, is I want to cut this, but I don't want to get rid of this. So I want to trim all of these guys. Now, the question is, where do you trim it? After lots of experimentation, I determined that I want to trim it, the pipes and the drones, at 0.2 of a second after the last drum beat. There's the last drum beat right here. So 0.2 of a second after this would be 1, 2. I'm going to trim right here. Boom. Now, I'm going to do a generate silence. Now, I am not trimming my bass drum. So this is what it's going to sound like. Right? But you can hear, listen for the bass drum. You can still hear it. You hear it? Yep. Now, the bass drum, if you listen, you can hear a pop at the end because it's going away. Listen. You'll hear the bass drum pop. You hear it? So what I'm going to do is go down to the bass drum here, and I'm going to fade it out before it pops. Effect, fade out, and I'm going to hit Control R a couple of times. All right, now let's see if we got that pop in there. You hear it? No pop. All right? All right. So that's our stop. Now you're saying, well, that doesn't sound too good. Wait till you hear it. It's going to sound great. Let me just try this. Am I hearing anything here? I'm going to do the same thing with these guys because I didn't like that. I didn't like that. So I'm going to fade those guys out too. Because what are they hearing? That extra noise you see there is the bass drum. Because they were recorded at the same time. So effect, fade out. This is getting a little. Control R to repeat. Let's hear it. Okay, I'll take it. All right. So now, what we're going to do, let's see, what did I have to do here? Is now I want to trim it down even more so that it's set up for a CD. So in the case of a CD, I have to make sure that I have about 2 seconds after the end. Here's the end, 49.70. So I'm going to have to take it to 51.70. Right? 51.70. 49.70. Well, 49.70. 51.70. That's all the way down here. Is that right? 49. Am I doing this right? Yeah, 49. 50.70. 51.70. Here's 51.70. See what I did there? Held the shift key, and I kept the same spot. Look, 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 look. There it is. Now I just hit delete. Everybody is chopped off at the same spot. All right? Let's go to the front. Let's trim it to 1 second. All right, I'm going to minus. Went all the way to the end again. Let's go to the front. I'm going to trim this to its 1 second. Right? There's a second. I'm going to minimize these. Back a second to there. I'm deleting them all together so they all move together. All right, I actually don't even need that click track anymore. I may leave it there just in case I need it for something else. As long as I have it muted, it's not going to play. All right, there it is. So File, Save Project As. $200, Minstrel Boy, TRIMMED, and Stops.